Hello everyone, and welcome back to the heart of the jungles of the Fruitlies tribe, where little baby Persimmon was born into the tribe last time and shocked us all with her absolutely amazing toxic body coloring, her cracker jaw, the only one of Kumquat's children, by the way, to inherit his cracker jaw, and her double nimble fingers. So she actually is the best collector on the entire island, and just in time too, because we are actually quite low on food. We are going to begin to starve to death if we do not do something about this. However, the birth of Persimmon here, ooh, and she's even got a little stinky tail. Oh, she's just so cute. I just love her so much. Oh my gosh, I love her. But the birth of Persimmon here has also brought a thread of prophecy to Coconut, who is currently the lore leader of the entire Fruitlies tribe. It is in her heart and her head that she has carried the lore of the tribe so far, waiting until she had a child or there was a child born upon the island that she felt it was proper to pass the lore on to. And the birth of little Persimmon has convinced her that Persimmon is the sign that she has been waiting for. So I'm going to pick up right where we left off last time, guys, including with the fact that we are starving, including with the fact that Ginger has actually rescued little orphan Wakame, a baby who washed up drowning on the shore, which was quite dramatic. Apparently, oh, that's right, he's got his little scorpion tail, which I think would actually be very exciting for our females Squashy and Clem, because they actually have a recessive scorpion tail, which I'm pretty excited about. And we also have, let's see, right over here, a little bit of adventure going on with Radish and his little bro Lurzu, who are currently doing their best to follow in Kumquat's directives and search out the island, trying to find where the other stinky fruits are, the sacred fruits, excuse me, trying to find where there is other danger to the jungle, such as the invasive species of carnivorous plant that must be destroyed in memory of Radish's Aunt Kiwi, who was felled by these terrible things, and of course the termites who threaten the large trees of the island, the sacred canopy trees that were planted themselves by the ancestor fruit bats. With the termites having arrived at the island, those trees are in danger, so they must be eradicated as well. So these two young boys, mostly with Radish in the lead, are currently working on trying to explore and find all of the little secrets of the island, particularly anything that needs to be smacked a little aggressively. And we have also been working on figuring out the fact that we have had so many children, such as Clem, Persimmon, Artichoke, born without a single bat wing. And as I said, I do believe that it is actually a sign from, if not the moon mother bat, then the fruit bat gods in general, of whom most, except for just vague memories of the moon mother, have been forgotten. But I do think that this is a sign that Coconut is going to take and speak with Kumquat about, and she is going to reveal that she believes that this, the birth of Persimmon, is a sign that the tribe is not ready to fly, that they must learn to walk before they can fly. And this would be a devastating realization to Kumquat, because he has dreamed that the tribe will be able to take off to the skies, to return to their treetops very soon. And instead, all of his children are also born unable to fly, and the most recent of them don't even have a single bat wing. And I think that would be very, very upsetting. Like, he really just wanted things to go back to what they were before, and they can't, because none of these little ones can take to the sky. And now it is time for Coconut to deliver another blow to Kumquat's heart. The realization, and she's going to be telling Kumquat this, you need to realize something. Even if we had had children born into this tribe who had bat wings and a bat head, they would not have had the ability to collect any of the sacred fruit, and thus they would not have been proper fruit bats like we remember, because there is a missing gene. a memory so faint in Kumquat and Coconut's head that they almost forgot entirely about it. I mean, as a child, they only remember the dramatic things, the great wings that spread through the sky, the gigantic ears, and the adorable little smushed bat nose that adorned their parents' faces. But they forgot the tail. They forgot that amongst the proper fruit bats, among their parents and all of the other fruit bats who were swept away by the tsunami, the tropical storm, the earthquake, and whatever else traumatic, horrible thing happened here that left our 3 orphans all alone, that they had special tails. And that is actually how I'm going to explain away the fact that if we had a full-winged, full-headed bat, they would not be able to eat fruit because there is no way to have collecting skill. Unfortunately, with a bat creature. If you have a creature, let us go ahead and take Radish, the most bat of all of our bats, as an example. Also, actually, we do have another bat. Star, Little Star, is also a great example because he is the most bat of all our bats, and so is Ginger. We've got a lot of most bats now that I'm looking at all of them. But if we gave Ginger another bat wing, then he would have more flying ability. He'd be able to fly. His bat head allows him to collect insects, to smell, and to hear. But he would have no ability to collect. It is his velvet paw that gives him his current ability to collect. Let's take Star, for instance. If he didn't have that digging paw and instead he just had the ability to fly, he would have no collecting ability. And that's just the way that the genes of niche are made, you might say. But step with me deeper into the story and the roleplay, my friends, and let me say to you, no, clearly, there is a missing gene. Clearly, there is a gene that Coconut and Kumquat forgot about that was part of their tribal history, part of their tribal genetics that unfortunately none of the 3 of them, Kiwi, Coconut, or Kumquat, were born with or carried in their genetics. That was a special twirling tail, very similar to fishing tail, that acted almost like a monkey tail and allowed the other fruit bats to hang upside down from the branches and to use that tail as an extra limb to collect the fruit with. So that is how I'm going to explain away the fact that actual fruit bats that can fly do not work in niche, unfortunately, because we have a missing gene. And realizing that there will never be a time, as of yet, for a proper fruit bat to return to this island, I think Kumquat would be absolutely devastated at first. But have to look at little Persimmon, and clearly her coloring, there's just something about her. Perhaps it is the meditative stare that she gives into the distance. There is something very powerful in this little one. And he would have to accept that no, his dreams of fruit bats returning to the treetops will not be able to come true, because unfortunately, the only way he's been able to collect this fruit is with his broken wing, he realizes, his nimble finger wing. And clearly, like, he doesn't have the twirly tail. And without the twirly tail, there is no ability to collect the fruit if you are a full-blooded bat. So this would be very devastating to Kumquat, but I think he will take Persimmon's arrival as a sign that they must walk before they can fly, and they must gather and defend each of the sacred fruit trees before they can really start thinking about flying through the air and in the treetops as well. So that is how we are going to explain away the fact that bats who are full batted cannot collect fruit, and we are going to focus on getting food by defending each of the trees before we really focus on taking to the skies. I do feel that Kumquat still dreams that hopefully one day, even if they were not able to collect fruit, perhaps there is a use for these wanderers after all. Perhaps there is a use for the nichelings born in the tribe who do not have any bat characteristics whatsoever. That is extremely tragic, he thinks. But even if you are only born with one functional wing, at least you can gather of the fruit. And that, above all, should be what we take care of and defend this island for. So yes, a lot of lore again. I know, I'm sorry, this tribe has a lot. Well, I'm not sorry. This tribe's awesome. They have a lot of heavy lore days, but we have built up a lot of the roleplay. The basic line of it is now going to be that Kumquat accepts with a devastated heart that his tribe will not go back to what it once was, but that they have a duty to walk before they can fly and to approach each of the sacred trees and begin by defending them. And perhaps his dreams, after we defend each of the spots and start destroying the invasive species, perhaps his dreams then will come true and we will have some full flying bats. But no doubt, until the lost gene is found again, we will also have to open up our hearts, and Kumquat will have to find it within himself to occasionally welcome the wanderer, who, like Banana, will bring with them their own abilities to collect, their own abilities to help with gathering the fruit and learning the ways of the fruit bat tribe. However, I also still think that he might be a little bit more aggressive to wanderers. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe he's like, no, never mind. I'm not going to be super nice to wanderers, but I will accept that maybe only a few. Ooh, maybe only the defensive nichelings. Maybe only the nichelings dedicated to defending the tribe from the wanderers and from the dangerous plants and the termites are the ones who really need the wings so that they can move quickly. And the others can just spend their lives quietly, like Pome, gathering the fruit from the smelly fruit trees. So, all right. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of talking, I know, but it was a lot of story to go through. It's kind of a big divergence in the tale of our two tribes, because now this tribe is going to be focused on entirely different lore than the Fruitling tribe. But let's carry on. I'll try to make today a little bit extra long to make up for all of my yammering. Let us start discovering these stinky sacred fruit trees. And all of the food! What the heck, Carnu? You're not allowed to appear out of nowhere. Oh my gosh. And scare the noodles out of me. What on earth are you doing? Oh my gosh. You smell good to Pome at least. But I think that this is perfect. This is the case of a wanderer who should not be here. He has savannah horns, which are kind of cool, and he has recessive sticky tongue and recessive toxic body. And he does smell kind of good to little Pome, which sort of sucks for Ginger, because Ginger was like in love with her this whole time. I wonder if that's going to be like a quick romance, but I do think Ginger would actually chase him away. And so would little Star, because he has no bat traits. He has no redeeming qualities the way that Wakame does. Yeah, I think, and he also has melanism, which is the opposite of the Moon Mother Bat. So I think that he is quite the devious fellow, my friends. Oh my gosh. Pame, we're going to give you normal eyesight, by the way, darling. Oh, and then before I move on really quickly, I do want to go through, and every child who is directly descended from Kumquat and Coconut, I want to make sure that they actually have, like Persimmon, that they have at least one bat wing gene. So like Artichoke was descended from them, so he gets it too. Let's see, Radish is descended from them, so he gets it too. We're gonna kind of, like, Lurzu does not get a bat wing gene because he was not descended from them. Clem was, so she gets it. Oh, and she still needs to be healed, the poor thing. That's right, we'll have her continue to wiggle this way. Let's see. And then Wakame does not get it. Ginger does get it because he was descended from them. Palme got it because she's from the tribe, but she's not descended from them. And Star will get it. So we're gonna kind of make a bit of a challenge for ourselves. Oh, and where are you, Squashy? You need it too. But we are going to make a little bit of a challenge for ourselves by making it so each of the descendants from these two original starters always carry at least one batwing. And we'll have to just see where that takes us. All right, I think that Pome, unfortunately, well, does Squashy, does he smell good to you? He does not. He smells terrible to Squashy because they have the same immunity. But Pome, unfortunately, was lured into a sudden romance by this roguish character, because he does have toxic body and stinky tongue, and she is a young, perhaps impressionable nicheling, but it was not to be. All right, thank goodness. And it definitely was not to be with Squashy. I think that she is not going to have anything to do with this intruder. Let us go ahead and like chase him away. Look, he is now stealing. Squashy's going to be like, no, he's stealing from our fruit. All right, Ginger would be all over like trying to attack him for that. I think he'd attack the termite mound by accident. Pome, I think, would be flustered that she almost was led astray from the fruitling ways and gather that. Star is going to come over and try to help find where this invader is going on the island. And little Wakame can come over and help us to do a little collecting. Thank goodness. He's also going to be fed one of the healing plants because he really almost drowned as a baby. That's so sad. All right, in the meanwhile, over here, these babies are still waiting. They can't even go anywhere because of this jungle grass. They're still waiting to be old enough to be able to splash around in the waters and carry on with exploring the jungle carefully. I do think that Radish would feel a little bit frightened that his siblings might be in danger if they follow into the jungle. But he did just find a healing plant that we can actually share. Let's have Lurzu come over to that side of the island to be with his I guess, best friend, maybe? Like the guy he follows? They have a bit of a complicated relationship, those two. And then I'm going to have Coconut go ahead. She might have like one more child, and Kumquat might gather up the food before he hears the cries of startlement that there is an intruder. And I do think we'll actually chase that intruder away because he has no bat traits, and I know we just had a long talk about like how other traits might be useful. And Wakame didn't have any bat traits, but he has scorpion tail, so you know, so I think that this is right to chase that guy away and to try to chase the intruder because he could have the invasive plants on him. And also, I think that maybe we have a very complicated relationship with the Wanderers, like they might have to prove themselves to us, and swooping in and trying to romance our females and steal our berries definitely doesn't endear you to the tribe. But I do think that in the future, yeah, the Wanderers might have to prove themselves by destroying one of the invasive plants or so. And because we have a missing gene, I think that the nichelings who do not have double bat wings will be like seen as hopefully collectors or defenders. They won't be looked down on, but they all dream of having wings. Except for perhaps Persimmon. She may know her role in guiding the tribe to all of the sacred trees. All right. Oops, I probably should have gotten Coconut out of the water. That's okay. All right, is that danger plant? That is not danger plant. Huzzah. Let's go ahead and destroy that nest because Persimmon is not going to grow up otherwise. And let us carry on with trying to find where this darn intruder has gone. Where, oh where has he roamed off to? He's already all the way down there. I saw that leaf flutter. What? Wow, he's going to be a little bit hard to chase down. And also, speaking of hard to chase down, Ginger, you have bird beak and toxic body recessive and scorpion tail recessive. You've got, you could use better eyesight, but I feel like Ginger would really want to defend the tribe. So I think I'm gonna give him Claw. Yeah, because I think that he's definitely following Kumquat's ways of wanting to defend the tribe. And I think Pome is a little bit flustered, like she can't believe herself. Led by the darkness, no less, because the melanism was here, and that's like the opposite of the Moon Mother Bat, like perhaps a god of eclipse. We will have to think about that in the future. But I think she's quite flustered that she almost fell for the Wanderer. So she might praise Ginger for how brave he was pursuing the Wanderer. And he might give her a little bit of a side eye because, you know, she was just taken up by his flirtations. But she'll insist, no, she has always appreciated how even when Ginger was young, he would watch over her, and he has always protected his siblings so well. She knows her heart is with the Fruitling tribe, or the Fruitly tribe even. And still not impressed, gosh darn it. Alright, well, she'll go ahead and gather up some food and try to tend to the tribe, because I think Ginger is a little distracted right now. We'll let him get a little bit of food really quickly though, before we need some substance, and we definitely didn't have enough food before we go and try to chase off the intruder. And let's also have Squashy gather up all of that grass. Wonderful. Oh, he's eaten the sacred fruit! He must be destroyed! Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see. Coconut, you have 7 days left. Hopefully she can teach her child everything that little Persimmon will need to know. But I'm gonna have her swim this direction. I guess we have to wait for Persimmon. She'll just be telling, like, swimming in the sacred spring and telling Persimmon about the ways of the fruitling lore. The babies are still stuck over here. Kumquat would definitely want to go and get rid of that intruder. So let's wiggle our way that away. Meanwhile, we're going to do a little more exploring with Lurzu, who is clearing away the grass here. Seems like it's safe with Radish, also clearing things away. So far, so good. We might even be able to make it so that we can walk through this area and avoid or destroy the danger plant. Babies are still safe. Okay. We barely have enough food to get us by. I would not mind if we had more rain. This is definitely a lesson in tending to the sacred trees. Alright, so let's see what we've got. Let's go ahead and get this funnel. Whoops. Ah, dang it. Alright. Ginger is having a little conversation with Pome, and it has worked! Alright, and Pome has been able to prove her sincerity. She's so sincere that she'll even make her nest here under the stinky fruit tree, the sacred stinky fruit tree. And little Wakame, she will invite over and teach him how to eat from the healing plant so that he will recover. Meanwhile, Star, who also needs to eat from the healing plant, is still quite agitated by the arrival of this newcomer. There he is! We'll get him yet. We'll get him yet. He has the, like, melanistic trait. He might be from the God Eclipse. Who knows? Who even knows who the God Eclipse is? Though I do think we're gonna let little Clem come down and actually eat from the healing fruit too, because she was quite sick, but maybe she and Wakame can bond over almost drowning as babies, as awful as that sounds. Alright, we've got enough food to survive the day, thank goodness. Kiwi is also here, and she can actually collect from this plant. She's been taught to attack it after all, though I think that would completely agitate Radish. I feel like Radish would be like, oh, there's a creature! Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to go check that guy out in a second. But I think Radish would be frantically upset to hear that Kiwi is his sister? Yeah, his little sister. I think he'd be very upset to hear that his little sister was actually like fighting with this plant. So he's going to be working his way frantically to her side very quickly. There we go, to make sure that she's going to be all right. We have just unlocked Big Nose. What? That's an interesting gene for this tribe. I'm going to have to think about that. Persimmon is still learning from Coconut, who has some days left to live, about the ways of the tribe's past and their history. Also, am I close? What do I have left? Okay, Digging Paw we might need to unlock. Just unlocked Big Nose, which is good. What else? Swimming wise, Telfin. I mean, it'd be cool to have Savannah Horns in the tribe, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think we have to live up, like, you know, defending the island from outsiders, bringing the seeds of the bad plants in. I guess we can get water body, so let's have Coconut do a little bit more. No, Persimmon! That is not what I wanted. Oh my gosh, the baby fell in the water again. Oh, I need to stop throwing my babies in water. That is not what I meant to do. All right, and Kumquat, oh, 6 days left. That should be enough to do a little bit of adventuring and come back to the sacred springs before he passes on. And little Artichoke is just going to be hanging out with his sister. What's he good at? Digging and nut collecting. Ooh, we actually might have him. Kumquat might give his little son Artichoke perhaps the encouragement to come down to the grassy island, where he actually matches that really well. I'm actually super impressed that kind of like a green-eyed, mottle greenish spotted nicheling baby was born with the name Artichoke. All right, and speaking of born, I do want to see Coconut's baby before the end of the day. So let's carry on. Oh, geez, we're gonna, like, get out of the water! Persimmon, no! Oh, thank goodness. All right, Persimmon is now out of the water. I wonder, maybe she's working her way over to this fruit tree, especially because it needs defended so much, and she does have a little bit of attack. Let's see. Kumquat is going to be chasing down anything he can hear. Oh, he's so weak. He only has like 1 attack. I didn't realize that. He's going to be chasing down anything he can hear over there. Meanwhile, Kiwi is going to be calmly collecting from this. I think she actually, although she looks the plainest of many of our nichelings, she's actually very calm. She's like, yeah, this is the danger plant. It didn't smell as it usually does when it is dangerous, so I figured we must remove it, right? So she's taken to those responsibilities quite well, even though I think that it would make her brother Radish, like I said, frantic. Like, no, you don't understand the dangers. Ugh. Like, as he hops over. He really should stay in the water. There we go. And I think little Larzu might actually like little Artichoke. Like, oh, hey, you kind of look like me, little buddy. All right, let's give Coconut a nice, comfy nest so that she can possibly have her child. I think I saw the sacred fruit being eaten again. This is not good. Oh, there he is. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe he did it. You guys, he ate all of the sacred fruit. Star. Attack! We must defend our tribe. We're doing it. We're doing it. We have to defend. We have to defend our island. That is the way things must go. Lucky for little Wakame, he arrived after we kind of reached that decision. Little Clem, however, is going to come down to play with Wakame. Oh, she has 3 collecting. Yes, she is second best collector on the island. Wakame is actually really good at collecting too. And there's one of the healing fruits, which I think Pome, oh thank goodness, now we have enough food, is going to guide the children over to. And I think that Ginger, having now entered a wonderful relationship with Pome, is quite impressed that she has stepped up to the plate and is taking care of the children and is taking care of the sacred fruit tree. And Ginger wants to contribute with defending this island the way that he can too. So we're about to take over 2 of the sacred fruit trees. Squashy really can't do much. Yeah, she really can't do much. So I think Squashy might come down to see what Star is up to and try to help him out, because at the least she can tend to this tree. But where is Persimmon? I feel like that's the one Persimmon wants to go to. So let's have Squashy come down and help out with like clearing this tree away. Oh, he's on the move again. We're gonna get him yet. We are gonna get him yet. All right, that covers everybody. Holy cow. And let us wrap up, my friends. We have again had a big lore day. I am not going to apologize for that, because this tribe has become so layered and complex and fascinating. But let us see the last child that Coconut will have. And let us see what, hopefully Persimmon, well, she definitely actually can come down here now because there's a healing plant too. Yes, this will be where Persimmon kind of roosts when she is not being lore leader at the heart of the island, because only the lore leader really nests on this spot and has babies here. But let us see what Coconut's child will be, and then we will carry on with defending the jungle, trying to make our way to each of the sacred fruit trees, and trying to figure out what it means to walk before we can fly with this tribe next time. So, final baby Coconut? She can fly! Oh my gosh. She can fly. She is a cookie nicheling who can fly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A friendly Variana? Like, what is happening? Unfriendly Variana. Oh my gosh. There's so much going on. I can't believe this. I wonder. Oh boy. Oh boy. Persimmon's birth definitely has been important, but what will happen now that we have her brand new sister, who is a perfect nicheling? Oh my gosh. Perfect cookie tribe nicheling. Holy cow. And who can actually fly. We finally have a nicheling who can fly. I think that they are kind of a pair, though. I think that Persimmon and this little one, who will be renamed before next time, I think these two actually are meant to complement one another, and they are meant to lead this tribe to great things together. So, we will have to investigate that story and figure out where things are going there next time. We will also have to see what on earth we are going to do about a friendly and a not friendly Verena who have arrived to this island, perhaps pursuing that wandering. Oh my gosh, and there's two friendly Verenas and one not friendly Verena. What are we even gonna do here? Oh my gosh, and I wonder if they arrive pursuing Karnu the Wanderer. Oh boy, we've got a lot of questions to ask ourselves. A lot of questions to ask ourselves. But all right, extra long episode to make up for the fact that I had so much lore filed up front. I hope you all have enjoyed. We definitely have a lot to untangle next time, and we're still starving to death. So hopefully we will survive. But all right, my friends, I hope you have all had a wonderful time. Do please leave a like for our wonderful little pair of babies, because I definitely think that they actually have a very special relationship. They are going to lead the tribe to great things together. And if you would like to join us for this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.